Have you ever paused for a moment and wondered why so many men have such a deep fascination with giving pleasure to a woman in a very intimate way, why they love to kiss you down there? For some women, that question alone sparks surprise, embarrassment, or even discomfort. But for countless men, this is not some random curiosity or strange preference. It is a real emotional and physical desire, one that carries meaning far beyond physical sensation. And what may surprise you is this: women over 50 are often the ones who can benefit the most from finally understanding it. For years, many women have been taught to believe that oral intimacy is something men request simply for their own satisfaction. That it's just about lust. That it's just another act in the bedroom. But what if that belief isn't true at all? What if, for many men, this intimate act is actually something far deeper, something emotional, powerful, even loving? What I've discovered through countless conversations is that men often don't pursue this act purely for their own pleasure. In fact, many see it as a way to awaken their partner, to truly connect with her on a level that words could never reach. It's not just about stimulation. It's about presence. It's about focus. And for many couples, especially in long-term relationships, it becomes a beautiful reminder that passion doesn't have to fade with time. The truth is, many women misunderstand why men are so drawn to this. They assume men want it for selfish reasons. But if you listen to men describe it honestly, something else emerges. When he takes his time to kiss you there, he isn't just chasing pleasure, he's giving it. He wants to see you surrender to the moment. He wants to watch your body soften, hear your breath shift, feel you respond to his touch. Why? Because it reassures him that he is still able to reach you, not just physically, but emotionally. Whether he understands the biology behind it or not, he knows something important instinctively: this part of your body contains more nerve endings than almost anywhere else. He can see its power. He can feel its sensitivity. And he wants to be the one who unlocks that pleasure for you. For him, this act is devotion. It is generosity. It is his way of saying, "You matter to me. Your pleasure matters to me. I still desire you." And that simple truth leads us to something even more profound: the emotional bond created by this kind of intimacy. Many women underestimate how emotionally meaningful this act is to a man. They see it as something physical. But for many men, it is also a way to feel close, closer than talking, closer than hugs, even closer than intercourse. Think about what it takes for a man to go there, to give his full attention, his breath, his time, his care, to the most private part of your body. That isn't rejection. That isn't something impersonal. That is reverence. And when he sees that you trust him enough to receive pleasure from him, it reassures him in a powerful way. It tells him, "I still want you. I still choose you." And that silent message strengthens the bond between you in ways that are difficult to put into words. I once spoke to a woman in her late 60s who asked, with real confusion, "I don't understand why my husband still insists on doing this at his age. What could he possibly get out of it?" She thought maybe he was acting strange or that he was being inappropriate for his age. But the truth was simple: he loved her, and he still wanted her to feel desired. Over time, intimacy can shift. Bodies change. Stamina changes. But the desire to please and connect doesn't disappear, it just evolves. He wanted to feel needed. He wanted to feel close. And this was his way of doing that. But even though this act can create powerful emotional closeness, there's a challenge many women over 50 face. They struggle with confidence, especially when it comes to their bodies. Aging, menopause, dryness, hormonal changes, these things don't just affect the body. They affect the heart. They make a woman question if she is still desirable. They make her wonder if her partner notices the changes. And little by little, she begins to pull away, not because she doesn't want closeness, but because she fears judgment. I've heard so many women say quietly, "I just don't feel comfortable letting him go there anymore. My body isn't the same." They carry shame that doesn't belong to them, shame about appearance, about aging, about scent, about sensitivity. And so they avoid the very thing that could bring them pleasure and connection. Not because they don't want it, but because they don't feel worthy of it anymore. But here's the truth, and it is a truth worth saying out loud. He is not analyzing you the way you analyze yourself. He is not focused on imperfections. He isn't thinking the way you fear he is. He still wants you. He still desires you. Not because you are perfect, but because you are his. And this act, for him, is a way to love you fully, to reassure you, to cherish you. When a woman allows herself to receive, when she lets go of fear, even just a little, she doesn't just reclaim pleasure. She reclaims power. Confidence doesn't come from having a flawless body. It comes from accepting that you are worthy of desire just as you are today. And when that shift begins, even just a tiny one, something beautiful happens. The tension fades. The distance closes. And intimacy becomes not a memory from youth, but a living part of life again, no matter your age. Many women are surprised to discover that this intimate experience is not only emotional, it can also be physically healing, especially later in life. Long before medication or hormone therapy, the body's natural response to pleasure was one of its greatest tools for health. Pleasure increases blood flow, and blood flow strengthens, nourishes, and restores sensitive tissues, even after menopause. When a woman receives oral intimacy, her body responds by awakening areas that may have grown quiet over time. Sensitivity increases. Moisture returns. Discomfort slowly fades. This isn't magic, it's biology. The body remembers how to feel, if only it's given the chance. This natural response can improve elasticity and reduce dryness in ways many women thought were no longer possible. It encourages the production of natural lubrication, far more effective than anything in a bottle, because it comes from your body itself. And it doesn't end there. Intimacy like this releases oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, along with endorphins that calm anxiety, ease tension, and even improve sleep. Many women who allow themselves to reconnect with pleasure find that they begin to feel more alive, more feminine, and more confident, not just in the bedroom, but in daily life. But despite all of these emotional and physical benefits, there is something that holds many women back, something stronger than biology, stronger than desire, even stronger than love. That barrier is shame. Not shame they chose, but shame they were taught. For decades, women have been told to be modest, quiet, controlled, not too sexual, not too expressive, not too needy. The messages came from culture, religion, family, even other women. Some were told that good women don't enjoy pleasure. Others were raised to believe intimacy was a duty, something for a man, not for them. So even today, many women still hear those old voices in their heads whenever real pleasure comes close. Those voices whisper fear. They whisper judgment. They whisper phrases like, "This feels wrong. This is dirty. I shouldn't enjoy this. What will he think of me?" But here is the truth no one ever taught us. Pleasure is not shameful. Desire is not dirty. And intimacy, real, heart-connected intimacy, is a human need, not a youthful game. There is nothing wrong with enjoying the body you were born with. There is nothing wrong with allowing your partner to love you, explore you, and cherish you in ways you may never have allowed before. And there is nothing wrong with receiving. Letting go of shame begins with a simple shift, understanding that intimacy is not something you perform. It is something you experience. And preparing yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally, can make that experience not only comfortable, but incredible. Many women worry about not feeling ready enough. They ask questions like, will I feel clean? Will he judge how I look? What about the changes from aging or childbirth? These are real fears. But the truth is, preparation is simple, and it has far less to do with perfection than peace of mind. Taking a warm shower, using a gentle unscented cleanser, trimming or grooming if you prefer, choosing comfortable lighting, these aren't beauty rituals. They're emotional preparation. They are quiet ways of telling yourself, it's safe to relax. It's okay to enjoy this. I deserve this moment. And what matters just as much is emotional preparation. Letting yourself be present. Letting go of pressure. allowing pleasure to build slowly. So many women carry worry into intimacy, thoughts rushing, tension building, already anticipating discomfort or performance. But the body responds to the mind. When the mind softens, pleasure flows. And that brings us to the most powerful truth of all. What truly makes this act unforgettable is not technique, it's presence. The most beautiful experiences in intimacy don't come from trying harder, moving faster, or doing something new. They come from slowing down. From being fully there. From connection. When a man isn't rushing, when he listens to the rhythm of her breath, when he feels her body respond and follows its signals, the moment changes. It deepens. It becomes more than physical, it becomes a language spoken without words. Long-term couples often think passion fades with time. But passion doesn't disappear, it just waits for attention. And when two people rediscover each other with patience and tenderness, something miraculous happens. They fall in love again. Not the young love of butterflies and nerves, but a mature love built on safety, trust, and honesty. But none of this is fully possible without one essential key: communication. So many couples avoid talking about intimacy. They fear awkwardness, rejection, misunderstanding. But silence creates distance. And distance builds resentment. Talking, simply sharing how you feel, opens doors that bodies alone cannot. You don't have to start with big conversations. You can begin with small truths. I want to feel close to you. This is new for me, but I want to try. I need you to go slow. This feels good, don't stop. These simple words build trust. They make intimacy safe again. And when intimacy is safe, connection flourishes. And ultimately, it all comes down to one decision, a decision that only you can make. Do you still choose intimacy? Not as something from the past, but something you deserve today. Intimacy is not lost with age. It is renewed by choice. There is no expiration date on passion. There is no age limit on pleasure. And no matter what anyone told you, no matter what you once believed, you are still worthy of feeling desired, adored, and alive in your body. The best years of intimacy are not behind you. They are still ahead, waiting for you to say yes.